Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the kicking team.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things that you're...
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brings up
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. A gain of 6 there on first.
There's Jarvis Landry with a nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. and he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Logan Wilson on the tackle.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Carl Lawson on the
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical.
Cody Parkey lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Carter now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals set and ready. Overall pick back in April.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 18 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Ross, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of...
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Burrow able to find Sample. That's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
He was brought down.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 45 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing, Mayfield, and finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
49-yard.
Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
4 yards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 46-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20.
1st and 10 at the.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
It's a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down and golden.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Lining up for the extra.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. To return it, Darius Phillips. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 17.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Fourth down behind the line of
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second down, here's Mixon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
on the play.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Browns 14, Bengals 7.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green, and at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start. Without his friend and quarterback, Andy Dalton, his leadership will be key.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up second.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought down at the
So that run gets him about halfway.
They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
touchdown.
Joe Burrow. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. All right, gearing up for another drive here. Austin Hooper trots back out. And as we look at his highlights, you know, sometimes I've asked you schematically, how do you stop one player? Well, how do you stop a tight end like this without opening up other holes, partner?
You show your basic defenses, whether you're playing the 3-deep zone, the 2-deep zone, but you have your variations underneath it. So sometimes instead of the safety staying deep, the safety will drop down. A sky coverage, they call that. Sometimes the corner's responsible. You get a little, what they call a cloud, someone coming underneath. Sometimes the linebacker shows the ability to rush the passer and instead drops down and tries to get underneath the tight end as he tries to run routes. So many different things you can do from basic sets.
Trying to prevent those highlights we saw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
48 yards.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Intended for Kadero Hunt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
first down, Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Kareem Martin showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
5-yard line.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
He was covered by
3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Jamie Gillen in punt formation.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
Here again comes the rookie Joe Burrow and the rest of the Bengals offense. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
40-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. On a slant complete to Green. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
A 5-yard gain on the
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
We got to love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
We are just getting started in what should be an incredible second week of the NFL season. So much coming up later this weekend. You've got Tom Brady's home debut as the Bucs host Carolina. The Chargers hosting KC in their first game of the new SoFi Stadium. Remember, the Rams got the home date in week 1. And then to wrap things up, you've got the first home game for the Las Vegas Raiders. It's going to take a while to get used to saying that as they welcome in New Orleans on Monday night.
At the 11-yard line.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
That's good.
12 yards there and a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
23 more yards.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 44. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Check 26, check 26. No, up.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by...
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now Burrow on first down. This one hauled in by Sample. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mayfield on play action. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Parkey's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll have to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Then, later in the afternoon, we highlight that game going on in Houston, where it'll be the Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And
nice job there by Tyler Boyd finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
And this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Mayfield with the give.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
Brings up
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
1st and 10 at the 33.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Sliding out of the pocket. Airs it out toward the corner. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 32 on the play. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They'll run with Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
What was that, man?
So that one will be accepted. Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
1st down, Cincinnati.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game. And he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Slant pass to Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first step.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Brings up 2nd and
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Give to Nick Chubb.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Not enough there for a 1st. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They run again with Hunt. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
1st
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
With the give to
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
down by Mackenzie Alexander. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Following the penalty, Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Again, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Now parking for the extra point. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. Good day for him so far. Hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Complete to A.J.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at
defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now Landry. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Hey, go down, go down. Check it back, check it back. Rush in, rush in, rush in. King, king, king.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And again, it's Chubb. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Down by William.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one is caught by Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words,